Yeah, man. Shout out to my cousin on them for getting the pain. Shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise, man. I got nothing but love for you. Shout out to Tasha, everybody out there. Man, I just seen this thing on Twitter. Not seen it. It's been going on all day where that LA city councilman, that lady, was calling the little black boy a monkey. Well, this doesn't surprise me. Like I've said it over and over again. When I first grew up, I went to elementary, in LA, where there were only whites and blacks and maybe an Asian or two. I never even knew what a Latino was until our parents decided to move us to fucking Baldwin Park. That's when it became a problem. And these Latinos listening to Roger and Zapp and NWA, but putting nigger on our wall every day. So this doesn't surprise me. But what really is ironic is white folk know what they doing. Y'all opening up the borders, letting all these other people in, and it causes mass confusion. And then you giving all this fake power to the Latino community and all these other communities and racial groups. And then they want to have the nerve to treat us as the permanent underclass when they didn't build the country. As Dr. Clyde Anderson always teaches, he always talks about you are a freeloader. You're here for unearned benefits. I'm just tired of seeing it. I'm tired of looking at it on TV. I'm tired of seeing it on Twitter. I'm tired of looking at it on YouTube and Instagram. I even seen this thing where people was posting, people want a song. Man, now ain't the time to be singing and shit, man. Like, not like that. You know what I'm saying? Black folk, to me, in my personal opinion, we gotta wake up, man. Like, what's going on in Los Angeles, California will directly be going on out here in Las Vegas. I see the same stuff over and over again. And then you go to the dominant society neighborhoods. This what tripped me out about the Latino community. Out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm right now out here. If you go to the Red Rock Country Club, if you see a Latino, they cutting the motherfucking grass. They don't live there. But they had a nerve to come over here to United States of America Incorporated and treat black folk like we the permanent underclass. And that's the stuff that I don't understand. I just kind of be like, wow, this is very interesting that, y'all would come to a country you didn't build, get unearned benefits for free, and then still had the nerve to look at black folk like we the lazy people. Well, no, we're not the lazy people because we built this country for free. And I'll say this, like I always say when people are like, well, you weren't there. Well, Sarah Silverman wasn't there during the Holocaust, and you see them trying to put Kanye West in the frying pan for what he said. And that's another thing. All these people piling on to that, this is distraction to not talk about what's really going on. The dominant society, you know what's going on. Gas $7 a gallon out here in Vegas. $7 a gallon. And people want to tell me about voting? Man, come on, man. Then you got Trina and them making a mockery out of voting. You know why? Because these people don't care. Because they're paid by the dominant society, so they don't care about making a mockery out of this so-called justice system. That's why I be laughing. I'm like, when you drive to the dominant society neighborhood, I don't see no Latinos in there. I see them cutting the grass and doing the yard work, but I don't see them living in those. I ain't seen not now one Latino person living in Red Rock Country Club or living in Queensridge or living in McDonald's ranch in Green Valley. Those are one of the highest zip codes that you can live in. I don't see that. But for some sort of reason, I guess they feel like if they have some type of power and influence over black folk. Okay, well, my challenge to all my Latino brothers and sisters, if you can't trace your lineage back to United States of America Incorporated, why don't you go back to where you came from and then you can build that country up? And I challenge every other racial group to be that way. Not just them. I got love for my Latino brothers and sisters. I'm not saying that they all like that, but damn, man, that's blatant what that lady said on those states. They was all talking shit about black folk. Oh, he's with the blacks. He's with the blacks. That ain't nothing new. Look at the radio stations. All Latino. They don't even like black music. Look at hip hop. You got Fat Joe talking about, it was half and half blacks and Latinos. Y'all don't even define me one black foundational black American that owns a bodega in New York. Go find that motherfucker for me. Find me this nigga that owns a bodega. He's foundational black American. You're not gonna find that. So it's the same racism in New York that it is in California on the West Coast. It's just It's just the Latino people out there say nigga loosely. They say it loosely. That doesn't mean they for black folk. Because if they were, this wouldn't be going on. Because the people that have the influence on the Latino community, they would be telling those people at the Lord level, hey man, don't treat black people like that. Those are our allies, don't do that. But we ain't got no allies like Dr. Claude Anderson said. We don't have no allies, we got no friends. I don't know why people be thinking that we got friends or we got people that are really in our corner. Ain't nobody in your corner. It's crazy for you to think that these people ain't in your corner. Tell us what's being said when it's not in the room. And that recording was a year old, and the Latino lady that was the mayor or whatever in Los Angeles, California, I forgot her name, but she just resigned from being over the council, but she didn't resign her seat. That's what the dominant society do. And a lot of these Latinos classify themselves as white. They don't even like black people. They didn't want to be bothered with it, man. I grew up dealing with it. That's why that's why I don't even like to tell people. I don't even like to tell people where I went to high school. I'm ashamed to say that. I hated that. I wish we would have just stayed our asses in LA. And I would have been around, or move me to Monrovia, or move me to DeWarden. Where my people really gonna connect with me. Because let me tell you something. In this system of racism and white supremacy, these people ain't your friends. And it's time out for us trying to show them what their reality is. Let these Latinos think that they doing something. Let's just band together and have group economics. Let's recycle the black dollar. Let's have power. I guarantee you, if we start wearing black clothes and buying black all the time, since everybody in the United States and America, and the world follows our trends that we set, then they'll start buying from us. We gotta stop being so prideful about patronizing black businesses and going to the Asian communities and going to the Latino communities. We don't mind, and it's so distant, Latino brothers and sisters. When they sell their corn and their tamales, we'll go there and purchase. I see black people do it all day long. But when a nigga want to sell CMOS, some shit, nigga want to find out all the negative shit that's in CMOS. I'm pretty sure it's more negative shit in corn than it is in CMOS. But I'll tell you this right now. This is just something that we gotta wake up and understand. We gotta understand that. It's more to me than just us including other people in our struggle. We need to stop including people in our struggle and stop waiting for other people to stand up for us, man. Stand up for yourself. Like I said, I work with some Latinos. One of the Latinos is my supervisor, and I straight out told him, I said, well, Latinos didn't build this country. Because if that's the case, it would be rooted all in slavery. And every book I read about slavery ain't mentioned not Latino, not a Puerto Rican, not a Cuban, not a Dominican, not none of these other racial groups. But all of a sudden, hey man, we created hip hop, half and half. It's like, come on, man. It's a mockery. So next thing you know, they're gonna be talking. They're gonna be saying that Dr. Dre is Mexican. That's what they're gonna be saying. Oh, the greatest hip hop producer of all time is Latino. Watch, I guarantee you. Then they're gonna be talking about Timberland is Puerto Rican. Man. Then before you know it, Pusha T, he's Dominican. It's like, god damn, man, like, we can't never have nothing. That's because we give our shit away to people. I ain't doing that shit no more. That's why I be looking motherfuckers upside their head. Because it's like, hey man, we have to buy black. That doesn't mean that you gotta take your whole rent and go buy black, but that means we gotta stop being prideful. And we need to start teaching each other. Shout out to like Earn Your Leisure and all those other financial programs, man, because we need to start buying houses, buying stock. That's one thing that the Latino community, they're not involved in at this point, is stocks, bonds, 401k, life insurance policies. They don't know nothing about that. They know about the real estate, but all that other stuff they don't really know about yet. But let's get to it. And let's stop acting like we got all this time. Because if that LA city councilwoman was saying all that, she was talking regular, calling her. It was a white city council member who adopted a black kid. She was calling him all kinds of monkeys. And, he's bad. I take him around the corner. It's like, damn. But it don't even surprise me because they've always felt this way. I don't understand why everybody act like this is something new. Like I said, man, you ask my relatives, man, they used to write nigga on our wall all the time. Had the nerve to tell black folk, go back to Africa. But you ain't even got no green card. You're not even a United Health. You're not even a United citizen. You don't even have. You ain't have a green card. You ain't supposed to be here. But they had a nerve to tell us, go back to Africa. Right. And then all of a sudden, when you start hitting them up with the game, then they start talking this bullshit about, oh, well, we indigenous. I'm a Native American. Okay, so which one is it? You a Native American? Because I knew some Native Americans, they didn't even speak Spanish. I was like, you don't speak Spanish? Like, no, I don't speak no Spanish. So it's like, that's the type of stuff that I feel in my heart of heart that we have to raise our vibration and be on the same page, man, and be on code with us. And stop worrying about what other people think about our racial group. And buy black and be proud of the stuff that you buy. I'm proud that I bought a painting from my brother Dave from No Compromise podcast. Go check his podcast out. I'm proud to say that. I'm proud my sister is trying to buy something from him. I'm proud my cousin Mariah is trying to buy. Like, that's good, man. That's not bad. That's a good thing, man. You'll get it back. We do it all day long for black churches. That's a shout out to my cousin Mariah and them too, man, for putting, the black churches on blast for their non-participation and educating black folk on what we need to know. Like, for real, man. It's real in the field and it's hard on the yard. And I think us as a people, I don't think that we have awakening yet. When you go and you look at these different communities that are being built, it's Latinos that's working on these construction jobs. I don't never really even see any black people. I always see Latinos and I see a white person in charge. Now they just got the Latinos doing it. There ain't even no white person in charge. And I just feel like, man, we gotta wake up, man. There ain't no way a black person would be on some type of city council or anything and they wouldn't get reprimanded or get fired. But first thing we got to do is we got to clean out. We got to get these people that come over here for unearned benefits, start checking their asses and calling their asses out. And if they don't like that, they can get the fuck on. That's how I feel. I don't have no problem. You here for unearned benefits. If you can't trace your lineage back to the 1866 Census Bureau that basically says that your people built this country, they were enslaved people, then you're here for unearned benefits. And let me tell you something. The majority of the people that got these off-code last names, they're not indigenous to this landmass. They're not foundational black Americans. They just over here for unearned benefits. All these Tethers and Coons and Sambos and all these people, even out here in Las Vegas. I'm going to do a better job and start finding out when these city council meetings are. I'm going to start putting their asses on blast and showing up and be like, what are y'all doing? Like, what's going on? What are y'all... You look at Las Vegas, Nevada, they think we're going to replicate LA? Well, they're trying to. And before you know it, all the city council going to be Latino, just like how it is in LA. And then they going to be making all the decisions. And then they going to be getting all the grants and getting all the zoning for their businesses. I already drove now Eastern so everybody can see how many Latino businesses was. They got their own lawyers. They got their own everything. Where the black lawyers at? Where the black tax preparers at? What's going on, man? I just get tired of seeing that. I ride up and down Vegas all the time. You see, and when you go to these nice neighborhoods, you see Latinos being the housekeepers or the groundskeepers. But the white folk litter, and last but not least, let's not forget the dominant society, and let's hold them accountable. They know what's going on. They the ones open up the borders and let these people come over here. And I'm not just talking about Latinos. I'm talking about every other racial group that doesn't belong here. That's what I'm saying. That's why Canada is the way Canada is. You can't come over here fucking up their economy and doing what the fuck you want to do over there. And yes, racism in Canada. And I'm not saying that it's racism everywhere, but I'm going to tell you one thing. They racist, but they ain't going to let your motherfucking ass come over there and just set up shop. I wish I could go to Canada and just start my own black business and get to talking shit about the Canadians out there. Like, oh, y'all lazy. I bet you I won't have a business long. But only in the United States of America Incorporated. That's what I'm saying. These white politicians and these black politicians, the black politicians are the worst. They fake, they phony. They placate to people. They think black folks are so dumb. No voting, no fucking. What the fuck is that? They got some he bitch on there with Trina shaking his ass and switching his shit. I'm tired of watching that shit, man. Every time you turn on the goddamn TV, you watch a series, you think it's gonna be good, then it switch to the next scene, and it's worse than Empire. I thought Empire was bad. Nigga get to sing, oh, and I love you. Next thing you know, you think this nigga singing to a girl, this nigga singing to a nigga. It's like, man, what is this? It's like, and I feel in my heart of hearts, they're trying to make it so uncomfortable for foundational black Americans and masculinity. They're doing it on purpose. And then if you speak out against it, it's a problem. You go on Twitter, everybody's showing they LBGT something like that's a racial group. That ain't no damn racial group. And I'm tired of watching that shit too. Some of this shit I see, I'm like, man, this is dumb. Like, what is they must think we're that dumb. But that's how much bullshit is being pushed on black folk. You can't say nothing. You can't be masculine. They want you to be effeminate and put on a dress and be switching and walking around like a bitch. Like, nah, man. What y'all got going on, man? We have to raise our vibration, bro. Like, for real, this shit is getting ridiculous. Like, look at the prices. They trying to price it up. They want the house to be so high. They don't want no black folk buying no house. That's why in my development where I live, it's a handful of black folk. And I love the black folk. They keep to themselves because that's how we are. We keep to ourselves and we don't bother nobody and we don't act like we own the block. But I can tell you who do act like they own the block. And have 1,000 cars. Motherfucker want to talk all this shit. I seen this comment of this Latino lady talking about how black folk keep the prisons and all this other stuff. I wanted to be like, you probably don't even have a green card. You're probably here for unearned benefits too. That's why I'm like, man, look, we need to wake up and beyond smelling the coffee, we need to know what the hell is going on. We need to stop having this mentality that everybody's going to help us because everybody is not going to help us. Nobody going to help us. And you can have Latino friends and other racial group friends and disagree with them and give them the facts of why you disagree. And if they don't like it, they ain't your friend. They're not your friend. If they don't like what you said, and I'm talking about facts. I'm not talking about emotional bullshit. Oh, that's racist. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about facts. You give them books to read. That's why I argue with people. I tell them, you can go read Black Larry White Wealth by Dr. Clyde Anderson. Just give them the books to read and tell them to go on about their way. And a real educated person will read the book. And then they'll come back with you with another book. But most people in the United States of America Incorporated don't read. They don't read. That's black folk. We gotta wake up. They don't read. That's why when I worked in my corn plantation, the last corn plantation I worked at, nobody wanted to have no conversation with me because they knew I was reading. So they didn't really want to say shit to me. They would skip all over me and have those awkward conversations with other dumb black folk that feel like, oh, well, we all should just get along. No, we all shouldn't just get along. We just gotta wake up and understand what the hell is going on. Ain't no all just get along. What kind of shit is that? Man. Now, I'll get along when we get reparations. Now, watch when reparations take full effect. Now you can have all these Latinos talking about, I'm Afro-Latina. Watch what's about to happen. Y'all see. Let's wake up, support black businesses, and stop being afraid of calling people out, man. I'm out. What did they do? Oh, look at this right here.